Did you know that 1 in 3 births in the UK are via C-section? And in some hospitals, that number is nearly 60%. Whether your C-section is planned, emergency, or a possibility you're considering, I want you to feel fully informed, confident, and reassured about your birth. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly what happens during a C-section, how to prepare, what recovery is really like, and how to make the experience as positive as possible. Now, a C-section might not be what some of you originally planned, but I want you to know that it is a valid, safe, and beautiful way to bring your baby into the world. Now, first of all, what is a C-section? So, a caesarean section or C-section is a surgical procedure where a baby is born through an incision in the abdomen and uterus. It can be planned ahead of time or decided during labour if things don't go as expected. If you already know you'll be having a caesarean section, this is called an elective C-section. It's a planned procedure, usually scheduled before your due date to prevent you from going into labour naturally. Approximately 16 in 100 births in the UK are via planned caesarean. Now, some women plan for a vaginal birth but end up needing or choosing an emergency C-section. Despite the name, not all emergency C-sections are dramatic or last minute. Around 17 in 100 births in the UK are by emergency caesarean, and there are several reasons why a C-section might become necessary, even if you plan for a vaginal birth. Some emergency C-sections are urgent, while others are more of a let's move things along situation. But no matter what, the goal is always a safe delivery for both you and your baby. If you have a planned C-section, a little preparation can make a big difference in how smooth and positive your experience feels. Packing with recovery in mind is key, so make sure that you bring high-waisted underwear, loose, comfortable clothing, trust me, you'll thank me later for that one, and a pillow to support your incision when moving or coughing. Make sure to follow your hospital's pre-op instructions, which may include fasting for a certain period before the surgery. On the day, you'll go through pre-op checks, have an IV placed, and meet your anaesthesiologist before heading into the operating room. You might also want to ask about a gentle C-section, which allows for a more personal and connected experience. Options like immediate skin-to-skin contact, a clear drape to see the birth, and delayed cord clamping can all help make your C-section feel more like the birth experience you really wanted. A little planning goes a long way in making your C-section as calm, positive, and empowering as possible. So let's break down what actually happens in the operating room. Once you're in there, you'll receive anaesthesia, typically a spinal block or epidural, which numbs you from the waist down while keeping you awake. A screen is placed across your body so you can't see the procedure, but you can ask the doctors and nurses to talk you through what's happening to keep you informed. Once the anaesthetic takes effect, the surgeon makes an incision of about 10 to 20 centimetres across your lower abdomen and womb. And then within 10 minutes, your baby is born. You might feel some tugging and pulling as your baby is lifted out, sometimes by hand and sometimes with forceps if needed. And then after birth, your baby's umbilical cord is clamped and cut. Most hospitals practice delayed cord clamping unless there's an urgent need to act quickly. And if all is well, your baby will be checked over and passed to you or your partner for skin-to-skin contact. Once your baby is out, the placenta and membranes are delivered and your uterus and abdomen are stitched up, which does take quite a long time, about 30 to 40 minutes. And just to give you a heads up, there will be a lot of people in the room. This can feel quite overwhelming if you're not expecting it, but knowing in advance can help ease any anxiety. Your partner is usually allowed to accompany you, and in rare cases, some hospitals may allow a second birth partner, but this is generally only in exceptional circumstances. If you feel overwhelmed or anxious, hypnobirthing techniques such as guided visualizations and affirmations can help shift your mindset from fear to confidence and trust in your body and medical team. Listening to calming music or a hypnobirthing track before and during the procedure can also help create a more relaxed and positive atmosphere. Breathing techniques are also incredibly powerful in managing stress, fear, and discomfort. Using slow, controlled breathing helps keep oxygen flowing, relaxes your muscles, and keep your heart rate steady, which can prevent panic or tension. Immediately after surgery, you'll be closely monitored as the anaesthetic begins to wear off. It's common to feel shaky or cold, which is a side effect of the medication. You may also experience numbness and tingling in your legs for a while, as well as mild cramping as your uterus starts contracting back down. And if you plan to breastfeed, you can usually start as soon as you feel comfortable. Many C-section mums find that positions like the football hold or side-lying position work best, as they avoid placing pressure on the incision and make feeding more comfortable. Now, I just want to move on to recovering from a C-section. It does take time, but there are ways to support healing and make recovery easier. First of all, pain management is essential. Don't try to tough it out. Staying on top of your prescribed pain relief will help you move more comfortably, which is crucial for healing. As soon as you're able, start walking gently. Even small movements improve circulation, prevent blood clots, and speed up recovery. Your incision will be tender, so be mindful when coughing, sneezing, or getting up. Try holding a pillow against your tummy. That can help reduce discomfort and protect your stitches. I'd say avoid heavy lifting. Stick to the rule of lifting nothing heavier than your baby for at least 6 weeks to prevent strain on healing muscles. Now, my top tip is deep breathing, because this can aid recovery by improving circulation, oxygen flow, and relaxation. It helps release tension in the abdomen, making movement easier and reducing post-surgical discomfort. Gentle belly breathing engages the diaphragm, supporting healing and emotional well-being. And finally, make sure that you stay hydrated and make sure you eat well as well. Your body needs fluids and nutrient-rich foods to support healing, energy levels, and milk production if you're breastfeeding. You should begin to feel a lot better within 2 to 3 weeks, but be mindful that full internal healing takes around 6 to 12 weeks. By listening to your body, resting when needed, and taking it step by step, you'll give yourself the best chance at a smooth and steady recovery. Now, the other side of things is the emotional recovery from your C-section. It's completely normal to have mixed emotions after a C-section, especially if it wasn't what you originally planned. Some mums feel relieved, others feel disappointed, and many experience both at the same time. Every birth is different, and however you feel is completely valid. If you're struggling emotionally, talking about your experience with loved ones or other mums who understand can be incredibly helpful. Joining a support group can also provide reassurance, as well as connecting with others who have had similar experiences. This can make you feel less alone. If your feelings feel overwhelming, speaking with a postpartum therapist can help you process your emotions and find ways to move forward. Your birth experience is unique to you, and no matter how you feel about it, your emotions matter. Giving yourself the grace and space to process your experience in your own time. At the end of the day, what truly matters is that you and your baby are safe and healthy. A C-section is not the easy way out. It's major surgery. It's also an incredible act of strength and a valid way to bring your baby into the world. One of the best ways to feel empowered and in control of your birth experience is by creating a birth plan. Even if you're planning a vaginal birth, it's important to think about all possibilities, including a C-section. This helps you feel prepared for whatever happens. Try considering things like skin-to-skin contact, delayed cord clamping, or music in the operating room, and of course how you'd like to be supported during and after the birth. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or personal experiences you'd like to share. Wishing you a positive and empowering birth experience however your baby arrives, and I'll see you in the next video.